Welcome to Connect Youth Curriculum. Thank you so much for taking time to be a facilitator. In this introductory video, we're going to provide some helpful tips in facilitating this curriculum. Please feel free to provide any feedback that you may have in order to improve this curriculum. You can find my contact details in the description below. Let's start with the overview of the curriculum. The main question that we're asking is, what is the Bible? And hopefully this curriculum will provide the basic answer to the question, what is the Bible? This includes, how did we get the Bible? And what is the Bible about? Why are we doing this? Or simply put, to connect with the author of the Bible, which is God. The curriculum is part of our planting and watering, trusting full well that God will make us grow in our connection with Him in His time. So how are we to use the curriculum? Well, you can think of it as the three I's: information, insight, and implication. Well, let's talk about the first I, information. The curriculum is intended to supply you with the information. When you scroll through the curriculum, you will see I for information, and that is how you know that is information to be shared with the students. On that note, you'll also find Note to Facilitator or NTF. And when you see that, those are instructions that can hopefully help you facilitate the curriculum. Let's talk about insight. As you read the curriculum, please pray for God to give you insight. Engage with the questions for yourself. Do extra research. And you can perhaps read a few of the books that are listed in the footnotes. The more you engage with the material, the more effective you will be facilitating the material. And you would be able to communicate with conviction. Write down your questions that you might have. And also, as you're receiving insight, write them down also. Please remember, we are planting and watering to help the youth connect with God. And to state the obvious, we cannot give what we don't have, right? So if I'm not connecting with God, it's awfully hard for me to help someone else connect with God. And so hopefully this material is helping build your faith and your connection with God. And that is what you're passing down to the youth. And then finally, implications. The so what. Please think and pray about and process for yourself the implications or the so what of what we're learning. This can help you have meaningful conversations with the youth. And on that note, humility is such a key and vital aspect. We don't know everything. And we ourselves, as facilitators, are on a journey to know God. And so the more vulnerable and humble we can be, the more beneficial it will be that we are sharing this space together to know and connect with God. This also is helpful to teach the youth we don't believe because we know everything. Faith is not just informational. As much as information is important in shaping our faith, that's not the whole thing. But rather, we plant and water as facilitators in order to trust that God will make us grow in our connection with Him, in our faith, in our relationship. But faith in itself is not about informational knowing only, it's also deeply relational. And relationships take time, relationships require, as I mentioned, humility and vulnerability. And so, again, as we are facilitating, hopefully we are modeling these basic heart positions. Hopefully that makes sense. So, as we conclude, the goal is not to rush through the curriculum. Take your time, go at the pace of the group. If there are questions or meaningful conversations happening, then pause and let it happen. Trust the Holy Spirit. That being said, each lesson is designed to be completed in 3 sessions. Each session should be about 30 to 40 minutes long. Please make sure that it is interactive, and please don't go over 40 minutes. Now, the way it's designed is each lesson can be covered in 2 sessions. But the third session, and this is really important, is review questions and practicing Berean section. So basically, the first 2 sessions is interactive teaching, but the last session, session 3, is where the youth will share what they have learned, the review questions, and also they would practice being a Berean, which we will discuss in upcoming video, but you're welcome to read through the curriculum that describes what the practicing Berean section is about. And so the third session is really time to sit and reflect on what was taught in the first two sessions. So hopefully this video has been helpful in just setting the tone in terms of how to facilitate through this curriculum. I do pray that God use a humble planting and watering for His glory, and that we can really draw closer to Him and to each other through this process. Thank you again so much for taking time to watch this video and choosing to be a facilitator. Hope you have a great time going through this curriculum. God bless you.